News. Several minutes ago, in Pompeii, Italy, there has been an eruption out of a volcano. What is a volcano, you might ask? Well, a volcano is what we thought of once as a mountain, but it's where the magma underneath the Earth's crust builds up and then is forced out of the top of this mountain, which we have now learned is a volcano since it is 79 AD, and this is the first thing we've heard of so far. Anyways, what that causes is not just danger from the magma that comes out of the Earth's crust. That's not the dangerous part. It's the ashes that are forced out of the top of the volcano, which was a mountain, and is now spewed all over a civilization known as Pompeii, which is not good. So, it says is that 9.3 miles high is how high that the ashes and rocks have been pushed into the air. And those ashes and rocks are not just tiny pebbles. Rocks. It's not good. So what are we to do with that, you might ask? Well, there's nothing much we can do. The Italian military, or Navy, is already on the move, but there's only so much they could rescue. So we'll just have to talk with them and see what exactly they will be doing. Sorry for that brief interruption. We have just recently been informed that the leader of the Italian military is, in fact, dead. Pliny the Elder. He has died over the astonishment from the natural disaster and his amazement of its beauty, which I don't know how millions of people dying is beauty to him, but you know what? There's different types of people, I guess. Anyways, it has been reported that over a quarter of the population of Pompeii is just reported dead so far, sadly enough speaking, because since the wind has changed from going west and is now going south from the volcano, it is now forcing them and trapping them to only escape by sea. They are blocked all around on all sides, and there's nothing else they could do besides get rescued by the Italian Navy, which he is on the move with. But luckily, all this information has been recorded by Pliny the Younger, which is happily, was Pliny the Elder's nephew. So, again, in breaking news, we have just received more information from Pliny the Younger that it's actually not the worst thing that you could think of out of this volcano. There's still actually, believe it or not, some things good coming out of it, such as the minerals that are coming out from literally the earth. So what happened was when the lava or the magma came out and it spewed everything out, it also took stuff that was under the earth with it, including many minerals. So, believe it or not, I guess there's one thing that we can thank from this catastrophe. Okay, breaking news again. We had just received more information back from Pliny the Younger. Well, he had just declared his actual name, which is Gaius. So, we could thank Gaius for all this information that we have received. But in addition to the already information that we've gotten, it is estimated from his perspective that 10 billion tons of pumice, rock, and ash has collapsed on Pompeii, which would eliminate anyone else that's still left there. And sadly enough, let's leave a moment of silence for the estimated 3.5 million people who have just died in the shadows of Mount Vesuvius. Thank you. Now, after that brief moment of silence, we will soon talk to somebody who has escaped from Pompeii on one of the Italian vessels. He has been reported badly injured and near-death situation. He will describe to us what he saw of the volcano in addition to Pliny the Younger's perspective, or Gaius. Hello, my name is Rocky Balboa. I have just come from Pompeii. After the volcano has exploded, in an amazing catastrophe, well, for as long as I can remember it. Tons of ash and tons of smoke just came out, and then just bam, bam, bam. One of them got me in my eye, other than my forehead, and after that I just blacked out, and some guy named, like, I think his name was like Plato or something like that, or Pliny or something like that. That guy saved me, and apparently he died shortly after too, just by looking at the volcano. Rumor has it. But just as a reminder, stay clear of this volcano or whatever it is, and just make sure you go nowhere near it because it hurts once it starts to throw things at you, and it's just wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Rocky Balboa. Well, in other news, we will now be speaking with a trained professional on what he has now seen from the volcanic catastrophe.
I'm here reporting live, but sadly, due to the extremely harsh conditions in which the volcano has caused, we are not allowed outside at this time. The first warning sign at the start of this eruption was an earthquake, which happened not too long before the eruption itself. The reasoning for Mount Vesuvius being so dangerous is due to the fact that when it erupted, it not only did smoke come out, but as well as a foam-like substance rather than lava. This substance traveled very quickly through the air at about 15 kilometers an hour. Pliny the Elder and his navy are attempting to make fast approach to save these people from death, but the chances of this are very unknown. This occurrence would have never happened if the wind that would have carried all this across the bay was apparent, but in a very rare occasion, it has seemed to disappear on the worst day possible. At this time, people are trying to flee due to the rocks, in which are beginning to fall from the inner part of the volcano itself, and also the rocks that are formed from being mixed with foam and air, which is called pumice. However, even as pumice is light and harmless to be hit by, it sucked all the moisture out of the air, making it difficult to breathe alongside the ash. The pyroclastic surges, or avalanche, caused by an eruption are now occurring as we speak, making the outside extremely dangerous, being the surges 5 times the heat of boiling water and would incinerate one in a matter of milliseconds. This is due to the speed of the surge topping out at about 100 kilometers an hour. The most dangerous and lethal way of death, however, is from people inhaling gas and ash that causes the lungs to fill with fluid. With their second and third breath, they were taking a mixture of wet cement, then hardened, causing very painful and suffocating